So you're planning a big party. Awesome. But let's be real, the drinks can be one of the most stressful parts. Today, we're going to break down how renting a margarita machine can make your next event a massive, and I mean stress-free, success.
Just think about it for a second. The last big event you hosted, you've got the food, the music, the guest list all figured out. But the drinks, that's the real challenge, right? Making sure every single guest has a great drink in their hand without you being trapped behind a bar all night long, totally missing your own party. I mean, this right here, this is the goal, isn't it? Just effortless enjoyment. A party where everyone, and especially you, the host, is actually mingling and laughing, not worrying about who needs a refill. That is the absolute dream.
But, getting to that perfect, relaxed moment can be surprisingly tough. And it's especially true when you're planning those really big, high-stakes events. We're talking weddings, major corporate functions, or those milestone birthday parties.
We've all seen it happen. The bar line starts getting crazy long. The drinks start tasting, well, different every time someone new makes one. And the worst part? You or someone you love gets stuck playing bartender instead of actually celebrating. These are those classic party pitfalls that can just suck the fun right out of a great day.
And this is exactly where the right kind of planning changes everything. One of our sources just nails it, saying, choosing the right rental company can make the difference between a smooth, memorable experience and unnecessary stress. Honestly, for a huge event like a wedding, getting this choice right is absolutely crucial.
Okay, so what is the solution? How do we get rid of those long lines and inconsistent drinks for good? Especially, let's say, if you're in a hot climate. Our research is based in Arizona. Keeping guests cool and refreshed isn't just a nice to have, it's job number one. So let's break it down. What makes a drink perfect for a party? Well, first, it's gotta be cold, obviously. It also needs to be super fast to serve. Nobody wants to wait. Every single drink has to taste just as good as the last one. And, maybe most importantly, it has to be incredibly easy to serve to a big crowd. A frozen drink machine, it checks every single box. And here it is. This is the fix. A single professional-grade machine solves all of those problems at once. It keeps drinks perfectly chilled, it serves them in just a few seconds, and it guarantees that every single pour is consistent. This thing is the ultimate party hack.
And the process? It seriously could not be simpler. A guest just walks up, pulls the handle, and boom, a perfect, refreshing cocktail every single time. There's no bartender, there's no line, there's just happy guests enjoying the party.
Okay, so you're probably thinking a frozen drink machine sounds like a fantastic idea. And it is. But, and this is a big but, not all rental services are created equal. So let's walk through a super simple 4-step guide to make sure you choose the right one.
All right, here are the 4 things you've got to lock down. Step 1, delivery and setup. Make sure it is included because you do not want to be hauling one of these things yourself. Second, the machine itself. You have to insist on a commercial-grade unit that can actually keep up with your party. 3, the mixes. This is all the flavor, so ask about the quality. And finally, number 4, support. Make sure you get clear instructions and, more importantly, a number to call if you have a question.
Now this right here is a really crucial point. The massive difference between a professional machine and one of those little countertop blenders. A commercial machine is a workhorse, built for big parties with high-capacity freezing that keeps the drinks flowing. A smaller unit, it's just going to slow down, it's going to refreeze slowly, and it'll create a bottleneck, the very problem you're trying to solve. For a wedding or a big event, a pro machine is completely non-negotiable.
This is the kind of setup you should be looking for. A robust, dual-flavor machine that just screams quality and reliability. This is the kind of equipment that can serve a huge crowd all night long without even breaking a sweat. But, it's not just about the hardware. The rental company's local knowledge can be that secret ingredient that saves you from a major headache on the day of your event.
Think about it. A local pro just gets it in a way a national chain can't. They know the little quirks of the venues in your area. They understand the challenges of an outdoor summer event in your city. They know the critical timing for a wedding. That inside knowledge is exactly why the best event planners and brides always rely on trusted local vendors.
For example, our source material is focused on the Phoenix area. Now, serving places like Scottsdale or Tempe requires very specific know-how about that desert climate. Like, how do you keep the machines running perfectly when it's over 100 degrees out?
A company with that on-the-ground experience can see problems coming and fix them before they ever happen.
Okay, let's put this all together and boil it down into one final checklist. These are the key things you want to look for to guarantee a totally stress-free event. Here are the 3 big non-negotiables. First, delivery and setup has to be included. That means zero stress for you. Second, you have to demand premium mixes. Trust me, your guests will absolutely notice the quality. And third, make sure post-event pickup is part of the deal. That way, when the party's over, your job is already done.
And this is what it's all about. This is the payoff for that smart planning. Happy guests and a truly happy host. This bride isn't stressing about the bar. She's in the moment, enjoying her own wedding. Just remember, you're not just renting a machine. You're literally buying back your own time to be a part of the celebration. So, I think the ultimate takeaway here is pretty clear. Choosing the right rental partner completely transforms your experience as a host. You go from feeling all that planning stress to feeling this. Just pure, relaxed enjoyment at your own party.
And that really leaves us with one last question for you to think about. For your next big event, what is the one stressor that you would just love to hand off to someone else? Because at the end of the day, the best events aren't just memorable for the guests. They're the ones the host actually gets to enjoy too.